Hello from my extremely messy crafting table. I have a lot of beads out right now because I did have an art trade that I want to do with earring knots. I did talk about it a little bit, but here it is so far. I'm making a carousel mandala cuff, but I forgot to add two right here. I was like, why is this not sticking up? So the reason why I went with a carousel is because it helps stiffen the mandala part up a little bit. I think with the mandala, you should be using like fishing wire or something. I don't know. I'm not really that into candy making just because it it takes a lot of focus. It's a lot of materials and it's a lot of tiny materials. But I do enjoy doing it every now and then. My friend Erie Nuts, she suggested another art trade and I don't know what she's making me. I never asked. I was just like, sure, I'll do an art trade. And if anything, I could just make it into, oh, she's doing a keychain. That's what it is. I do remember. Sorry. I do remember leaving off neck last week with being pretty sad, and I'm still in it. I'm supposed to be at work today, but I keep on having these reoccurring thoughts of worthlessness and of being just like not getting anywhere, especially when it comes to my art. And I know I shouldn't compare myself to others, but that's the issue. My brain won't stop comparing myself to others. My brain knows not to do that, but my brain won't stop doing it. So it's been really tough, especially since I do a job where, like, if I'm upstairs, I'm going to be listening to music that I really, really, really despise. But if I'm downstairs, I'm by myself and I have all this time to think. So, yeah, anyways, I'm home. I'm just crafting today. I'm going to try to get to the bat shaped color. No promises, but at least get this portion of the project done, or of my projects done, because I did make this promise a while back and I feel bad that I haven't even started it. I started it last night. Erie Knots messaged me and she was like, hey, sorry, it's been busy, but I'll be sending your keychain out on Tuesday. I'm like, I haven't even gotten started, but it's honestly the kick in the butt that I needed because I've been suffering with ADHD paralysis as well. And that's partially due, actually, I think that's partially the reason why I am suffering from my bout of depression, because my brain's like, you're not good enough. You can't even practice. You can't even get stuff done. And I don't know if this is triggering to anybody else. So I'm sorry. I apologize. I talk about a lot of my real thoughts on here and I don't mean to trigger anybody, but that's quite honestly what I'm going through right now. And oh boy, I do not want to be going through it right now. So I think being able to finish this and having a deadline on this is helping me get out of that little depression mode, hopefully. I don't know. Anyways, if you're not aware of candy making or candy jewelry, it's basically really popular in the rave scenes. I was a former scene kid and it was popular then. I don't want to say that it was as popular because we had silly bands when I was a kid. That was more popular, silly bands, and then like the I Heart Boobies. I don't know what you call those. Rubber bands, but they're not rubber bands. I don't know. But you can purchase them now at Spirit Halloween if you make a small donation. And that's the only time I will spend a little bit extra money on a company to get something. I think these big companies, they can donate on their own. And it's pretty lame that they ask us, the poors, to donate. But that's neither here nor there. But either way, I haven't gotten mine for Spirit Halloween this year yet because I quite honestly have only gone once because I'm poor. That's another reason why I've been like pretty upset with myself lately, is because I can't afford to start a project and then stop one because I can't afford, I can't afford to like mess something up, you know? And like I've been looking at all these silhouettes and I'm not there yet, and it's really sad to me because I'm like, I want to learn how to do something different. I want to learn how to make something more extravagant. I think one of my issues too is that I'm not working on a project for myself. I have only been working on projects for other people. The last big project I worked on for myself was the Fallout one, and I only get to wear that once. I mean, I almost had an opportunity to wear it again, but I plans fell through, so I didn't wear it again. And I'm not sure the next time I'll be able to wear it. I'm probably going to wear it on our vacation cruise. I'm a little bit sad that we're not doing something Halloween-y, but my mother-in-law has been begging to send us on a cruise, and I'm very, very grateful. I love her to death. I'm very grateful that she's in our lives and she's been wanting to do this for us. She also says it's a vacation for her to watch our dogs. They're her grandbabies. So it's very sweet of her. So I might be able to wear it on the cruise, but like, I don't know. I don't feel like people are going to have a Halloween party on a cruise. I think that they're just a cruise. I messed up again. But anyways, yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. Okay, so the original plan was to make a mandala cuff and then make it a rotator cuff. But then the structure of the mandala part was like not really nice. So I was like, I'll just make it a carousel and do these little stacks so that it will staying up properly. And then I'll add the orange in there because like the point was to do like more Halloween themed. It's not really giving Halloween to me right now because I think this purple, the shade of purple isn't the right shade of purple, but I'm trying to add a lot of orange. I did not have any orange. And I even let Erie Knots know. I'm like, hey, I'm on a no spend right now. I cannot buy any more yarn, that either, but I can't buy any more beads. So I'll try to work with what I've got. And she does seem to wear a lot of, well, I don't know if she seems to wear it. I remember working with a fabric for her that was lime green. So I was like, okay, so I'll use the lime green as a base because that's the color I had the most of. I was thinking of just doing black, but then I was like, that's kind of boring. So I ended up doing the base of the cuff is going to be black with the lime green as an accent for the little X's. And then the mandala I started with black and then I faded out to the purple and then orange. Sorry that I have a black screen up. Let me find a better screen. There you go. So I went out to the purple and to the orange star because the star is kind of my favorite motif. So I think that works out very well to add my little flair in it. And then now the carousel has the little orange because I only had like maybe 40 of these orange beads in. I do have a bunch of the glow in the dark orange beads. So I added those, but I don't have enough to do like a full carousel worth. And then I think what I may do, still try to make it a rotator cuff, but not really. It's not going to be a cuff worth, but like on the inside, I might make a little tiny one and then it won't be detachable, which is fine. I was planning on, where's my little ghostie zombie guy? Let me find him. He was hiding behind y'all, but I was planning on having this guy on the rotator and then have it be a detachable. But at this point, I just don't have enough space for him. So I'm going to send this by itself because I have two for myself, but I only ever wear one, kind of like this. Look that. And I sometimes wear like a shoulder towel or something. It's just like a little fun thing. I don't know. But I will also be making another one because I have all this yarn and then I have all this yarn because this was a project I started like 5 years ago. Maybe not quite 5 years ago, but more like 3 years ago. And I lost it and I just found it like within the past 2 months. So I'm just going to frog all of that, make a couple more of the little zombie ghosts, and then I'll make a separate candy, like a little tiny candy. I don't have any word beads. I would, if I did, make one that said Erie Knots on it. For some reason, E is the letter bead that like runs out the fastest, and it's not always because like we use E all the time in the candy making world, but they don't make enough when you make the set. So you have to like buy the E's separately if anybody manufactures it, and not many people do. So anyways, I am going to continue this so I stop blabbering everywhere and continue watching Madame Absinthe. She's starting her goth birthday dress, which is so inspiring because I want to get back into like making stuff for my own. I can't wait for the market to be over because I just want to make things for myself. I'm just I did make a beret for myself, but honestly, it really wasn't something I wanted to do. I wanted to make something more extravagant. And so hopefully this will inspire me a little bit. But anyways. Okay, so as a reward to myself, and I don't know if you would call it a reward, but I planted my little goth hibiscus. It needs rewatering. Hold on. I planted him in the ground. So he should be growing fully here. The lawn people aren't running them over. I do need to wait for I don't know. I just watered it, so hopefully it will come back. I will try to water it again tomorrow. I normally use like a little watering pail thing, but I got my hose out and it reaches as far, so this little guy got plenty of water, and it might rain again tonight. The dew helps it, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, this is in the ground now. I might still take a clip of it, so just in case it dies, I will have a backup of it, because it hasn't flowered in a while, and I really want it to flower because these flowers are gorgeous. Did water this guy too. He looked a little droopy, and I think that's my indicator of when the plant out here needs water. Oh, you can't see it now, but he's a little droopy, so hopefully the water now that I got him is plenty. I probably should have done more water, but I'll take care of that tomorrow. I have picked the last 2 cotton plants, so I did trim their leaves and put them in the ground so that they can decompose and compost whatever. And then this guy, I was planning on getting him some water or like a new pot, but I got a little bit not overwhelmed. My neighbor was out and she saw me splash myself with water in the face, so I kind of wanted to come back inside. So he's watered. He looks like he's not doing well at all, so he definitely needs to be repotted soon. I don't know if I have a pot big enough. I'll probably put him in one of these plastic ones. I don't know. I think he needs a bigger pot, so maybe I'll put him in one of these guys. I don't know, because like he's not looking too good. He's been in here for a while, so he needs to be repotted. This was my harvest. I haven't pulled the little cotton seeds out, but this is 2 bowls worth. So I think maybe I could get, maybe, oh, I don't think this one was ready to pull. There's a little bit, I don't know if you can see it in the camera. You can't. Okay, let me move my face. Maybe you can kind of see it. That wasn't ready to pull, but it's okay. I know better for now. Next time, I guess. But that's quite a bit of cotton for 2 little bowls, I would say. Quite a few cotton balls. I don't know how many come in a cotton ball, so, or how much they pull out of a ball. I think 1 bowl makes 1 ball. So anyways, I have 3 or 4 bowls on the smaller plants growing right now. One of them did fall off. I think that's pretty natural. So the last bowl that fell off, or square that fell off from the big plant that I pulled these ones from, I blamed it on myself. But the other one, I didn't touch them because I was being prepared not to touch any of them because I was scared it was going to fall off, and it fell off anyway. So I think that's just a pretty natural process of this. Maybe the flower got stuck to the bowl or something. I don't know. But it's a pretty natural process, so I'm not upset anymore. I'm going to take some of the cotton out of here, or the little seeds out of here. I'm not going to plant any yet. I think I'm going to wait till spring to plant again. I could theoretically plant in the house and then be fine, but like I kind of want them all to be able to harvest at the same time. Although the small plant is a different harvesting time, I don't feel like dealing with it, you know. Maybe in the winter when I get really bored, I'll just make like a little sunroom, a little greenhouse for them inside the house, because I've done that before with a Venus flytrap and it did pretty well, and then I repotted it and then it died. So I won't repot it. Yeah, I gotta find like maybe an old aquarium or something that I might do that in, because that's how I did the Venus flytrap. I kind of made a terrarium out of it. So yeah. Maybe I'll make a terrarium. Who knows? I will never run out of seeds. I don't know how many are in here. I'm not going to count because that's too many. But I was able to take apart from everything in here. I have a little piece right here. I need to take it off. Hold on. So this is my waste right here. This is all like pieces of seed or like the compost. What is it called? I don't know. I'm probably just going to throw it back into the little planter because cotton is compostable. And this just needs to be carted. It's so fluffy. There's so much in it. I can't believe it. Oh, there's a little piece in there. I'm going to go through this again and make sure there's no little pieces in here. I can't remember what it's called. There's a certain word you call it, and I think it's more for like wool, maybe organics. I don't know. Like wool spinsters, help me out here. I'm new to the spinster. I haven't even started spinstering. Spinning, I guess that's the proper word. I want to. And I know cotton is a choice to be my first time spinning because the staple is so short. Let me see if I can pull a little bit off to show you what the staple is. Staple is the length of your product, by the way. That's the staple. Hold on. Right there. Very, very short. Whereas wool is like longer and it won't split apart as easy. So yeah, I know it's a choice that cotton is my first time spinning, but wool is expensive, and also I'm not sure if I'm allergic to it or not, and I don't want to buy a whole thing of wool just in case I am actually allergic. So for carding is the process you do where you brush the product together to like completely tear it apart, I guess. I don't know exactly what it does. I just know it takes the pieces apart from each other so that it's easier to spin. And then for the spinning, I know there's like the stop and go spinners. I don't remember what those are called. You can spin using pencils, by the way. I may or may not do that just to like get a feel for it, but I also believe that I really want to just go ahead and dive in and purchase an electric spinner. I would love, I see them all the time online. I would love a really good big spinner, like one of those vintage ones, antique ones. However, that is an investment, and I do not have a space in my home for that yet. One day, if my husband and I ever leave this place of living, which we probably will, but it won't be for a few years. When we first purchased this house, we had a 3-bedroom house in mind. We had our bedroom, and then we have the side room where we planned on putting like our PC and all that. And we always had like a guest room. That has since turned into my sewing room. And my sewing room is also where I store all my yarn, where I store all my makeup, where I store my sewing stuff, and it's a 10 by 10, I want to say. So there's not much space in there. And if you're a clothing maker, you know how tight it gets in there because, like, even if you're not a clothing maker, even if you're just like really big into making plushes, we have walls of yarn, walls of fabric. We just have so much stuff, and it's hard to like make space for like if you want to be completely self-sustaining. And it's not like I don't want to like support smaller businesses. I'm just the type of person that likes to know the whys behind the whats. I've always been that way. Even when I worked in management, I've always worked down at my team members level because I want to make sure that they're doing okay. And if I'm stressed out, I know they're stressed out. So anyways, having a spinning wheel is not something I can do at this point, but having one of those small little electric spinners would be something I could do. And I know I don't need it, and I know I'm being influenced into getting it, but I also am somebody who has multiple hobbies, and I want to make it as easy as I can for myself. Oh, speaking of multiple hobbies, I'm also into candy making. You saw that earlier. And gardening. So like there's only so much I can do with the little time I have. So yeah, back to whatever I feel like doing after this. I have a ton of scrap fabric, especially in black, and I've kept it because Bernadette Banner has said that you need to keep your cabbage, and I have stuck to that even before I started sewing. Like, she was one of the first sewing content creators I ever watched. I watched her because I liked vintage, and she sewed. And then eventually Rachel Maxey, she sewed. I was watching Rachel Maxey way longer, and it just kind of led me to her. But like Rachel Maxey started sewing, and then I found other content creators, like I want to say Nicole Rudolph and Abby Cox. And then there was like others, and I'm like, they all sew. Why am I not sewing for myself? So now I sew. Not very well, but anyways, I'm making double fold bias tape because I do not have any more bias tape, and because I learned with my last project how to make bias tape on my own, kind of pseudo successfully. We're going to make bias tape. I don't know if I'll be able to finish one of these guys today, just because like bias tape is its own project, but at least I'll get it started because like I've been putting this project off forever, and it's because I've been stuck in ADHD paralysis, and I think I'm finally out of it now that I have a day to think and do things for my own. Not that I didn't earlier. It's just like, I don't know, like I just was stuck in the depression, and I just felt like nothing I did was getting me anywhere. But now I'm feeling better mentally. So we're here. So yeah, I think I just needed to do some other things that weren't fashion based to get me on the road, like gardening. So we're going to do the bias tape. After we do the bias tape, I may or may not, I don't know, I might make some more bias tape because I have one of these. This has been waiting on new sleeves forever, and it's just sleeves. And if I can find red, like, fabric somewhere, and I know I have red fabric, I can make my own bias tape. It's just the sleeves are too small on me. I hate having super tight sleeves. I made this without washing the fabric first. I think I have the original striped fabric somewhere in my pile. I think it's pre-washed. I'm not sure. It wasn't pre-washed when I made it, and that's why it shrunk on me. I miss wearing it, so if I can find it, I will try to find, like, whatever so I can make it. But yeah, that might come up. But that's also another project I don't need to do. I also have on my kitchen island, I have 2 cake mixes. They're both lemon, and I have Sour Patch Kids because they were buy 3 or yeah, 3 for $4. And my plan is to make Sour Patch Kids for work because I don't know, I like making spooky treats, and I haven't done that at all this year, and I feel bad. But also, I have like these little ghosties I want to make out of like plastic bags, so I might make that first because I have some scrap fabric for like bedding, and I don't plan on using it. So that one actually might come first. That one's super easy. I'll have all this cabbage down here from the bias tape from leftover stuff that I can't do anything with, and then like make little eyes. Yeah, I can do that first actually. So let me cut this fabric out first. I almost forgot to tell you all my projects so far, how it's coming. I went outside. Okay, so here's the little ghostie. He's pretty much done. I think the hot glue isn't working the way I intended, but it's fine. You can probably hear that because that's a plastic bag underneath, but it should like, I mean, he's going to be an outside prop anyways. So I chopped some wood from my backyard. I harvested it from a bush that's like overgrown in my backyard anyways. So I took that and I used my electric saw, forgetting that it's like 9, almost 10 p.m. here, and immediately regretted it and ran inside hoping none of my neighbors are coming outside and be like, what the hell is that sound at bedtime? It's still awake time for me. So my bad, y'all. I didn't mean it. So yeah, I have hot glue on the bottom drying right now. I don't know how well it will stick because it is hot glue on plastic. So I think it's plastic on plastic. Also have a little rubber band down here to hold them down for like temporarily until like the windstorms are done. I mean, we don't really have that many windstorms. We still are in rainy season. So it gets pretty windy right before it starts raining. So hold him down for a little bit until the glue like really sticks. And if not, next year I can glue him down even better. And then, yeah, he's just a sheet. So this sheet is actually not a sheet. It's a mattress topper thing. My husband had it. It's so torn up. Like, I'm not even telling him that I took it apart. He has no idea. Oops, sorry, y'all. But he has no idea that it's torn apart right now because I took it off of the side bed after I put on the spiderweb bed sheet. I did show y'all, kind of. I was going to show y'all, but I forgot to turn on my mic, and that's uncomfortable, so I'm going to try to move you guys again. All right, anyways, I tried to show y'all. Didn't happen because I forgot to turn on my mic, but that spiderweb bed sheet's on there. And anyways, it's torn apart down here. I don't know what this fabric is, but it's not actually fabric. And it's just so torn apart. There's spots all over it from like old dogs and just mistakes that they've made on the bed and all that. So it needed to go. I also have a very long zipper on there that I can harvest from it. So it's pretty nice taking old things and harvesting. I love the way that Madam Absinthe called it harvesting. So I'm going to start doing that because I recently harvested the cotton, you know. The black dots, they're just permanent marker. I didn't want to go through the whole entire hassle of cutting out fabric. I don't want to work that hard at it. Like, let's be honest here. I'm not working too hard at it. Yeah, so it kind of gives it like a layered ghost look, and I do love that. And yeah, so if you have an old mattress topper, not a super hard project to do. You don't have to use a hot glue gun. I did because I mean, yeah, I guess you do kind of have to use a hot glue gun. I don't know how well it's going to stick. Right now, it sticks pretty well. I'm not going to try too hard to rip it off, but I'm going to go outside and put it in the yard. I don't want to talk in the front yard because neighbors are trying to sleep. It's Saturday night. This definitely helped boost my mood. I'm really happy I have something else to show because, like, I think one of those things, one of the reasons why I'm really, like, upset with myself is the fact that I haven't gotten any other projects done since my Fallout outfit. And that was a big old one project thing. And I don't like making costumes. That is casual wear, and I could probably wear it elsewhere. And I probably will wear it elsewhere. It's just like, I feel like there's only certain things I can wear with it. And that's why I'm like struggling and being like, I haven't made anything. But in reality, I took a month and a half to make a whole Fallout outfit, and I shouldn't be upset with myself. But unfortunately, that's just the way that my brain thinks. So I think this really is going to help me a little bit, at least for the meantime, because I have like all this bias tape. I haven't finished the bias tape. I just cut it out, and I think I'm just going to keep on making more. Maybe not. I don't know how well this is going to stay in, but it's something until I have something better. I don't have any like metal or anything, but like it's sturdy enough. This kind of branch is from a big bush, so it should be good enough. But anyways, back to the I don't know what I'm going to do next. Honestly, I'm just winging it and going with my heart, and my heart has been satisfied. Hi from inside my car. I'm waiting on my husband. We are going to HHN tonight. I had some stuff done. I'll show you guys tomorrow, but here's my outfit. Yeah, maybe I'll remember to talk to y'all tonight, but my husband just texted me, so ooh, isn't this cute? Hi. I got new glasses. And I also got some new contacts. They're just trial lenses, so it's just one pair, but it's something to hold me over. 330 schmackaroos! That's one of the reasons why I'm on a no spend this month. But I accidentally spent money because I did go to Bath & Body Works. I had like 3 free rewards. I only knew about 2, but I had like a $9.95 deal, and then I had a like $18.95 deal. And fun fact, everything's more expensive at Bath & Body Works because why the hell not, you know? So I got these for free. So I know there's a whole entire boycott going on right now, but this was free. I didn't spend any money on it. If anything, just royalties from the free product I received is going to Disney. But I got these 2 for free. This one was $9.95 exactly, and this one was $17.95. I remember when these were $9.95. God dang, I can't. Like, I am a big Snow White fan. It was one of the only movies I owned as a kid. I didn't own very much. I was watching this video this morning while I was getting ready. I had my makeup done because my husband brought me to work so that I could pick up my car because I met up with him last night to go to HHN. But while getting ready, I was listening to this guy talk about like boredom, and in general, like boredom is spurred because of the amount of technology we have. It's at the tip of our fingers. So like it's so easy to find something, but now a lot of people are complaining that they are bored themselves. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that like we just have it at our fingertips. So it's like really hard for people to, I don't know. That wasn't the point why I was bringing this up. By the way, these are new prescriptions. So I'm like, the point I was going to bring up was like when I was a kid, I used to be extremely bored. And one of the things that he brought up was like you either turn into like a big bully or like you do things to engage some kind of like emotion out of yourself. And that's why a lot of times like you're a bully, you start robbing people. A lot of those people, it's stemmed out of boredom. Like some people, they eat when they're bored. I used to be one of those kids. I used to get in a lot of trouble as a kid because I was bored. And I don't know why I'm talking about that, but like maybe that's what's going on with my brain. I'm not bored because like I have all these activities and hobbies that I like doing. But anyways, I also got this. I thought this was going to be covered under my coupon because I had another $19.90 or $18.95 coupon. I was going to buy another one of these sparkle. Yeah, this was $19.95. Okay, so these ones haven't gone up. I thought they did because I picked one up thinking that my coupon would cover it. It did not. So I had to put one back because I like using the body scrub things, like exfoliating stuff for my face. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, don't use it for your face. It's bad for your face. And I'm like, I don't know. I use it. My face is okay, I guess. But I bought more soap because I was using soap earlier. I was using my replacement soap. And that replacement soap is a winter scent, and it was making me really sad because I have really bad seasonal depression in the Christmas time, winter time, because I had a really bad childhood, and Christmas time reminds me of that really bad childhood. So yeah, I'm just gonna refill it. This was actually half off, so it didn't get covered. So I did accidentally spend money on it. It was like $7 total with tax, so I'm not too upset, but still, I kind of broke my no spend because, oh, I overfilled it. Well, I needed to wash my hands anyways. So, I'll go ahead and do that. But yeah, so I kind of broke my nose bend. I was trying really hard. So when I get to the shopping plaza, I almost always need to use a bathroom. And my Bath and Body Works does not have a bathroom. So I normally go to the Michaels right next to it. And boy, was I so tempted. Like, I was so tempted that I almost even like got in line and purchased. Like, there were things in my hand to get purchased. But lucky for me, I guess, not really. I had my earplugs in. There was a kid in there screaming very, very loudly. And I'm not upset with the kid. And I'm not upset with the parent. Although I will say the parent was kind of like screaming at the kid, telling the kid to stop. And it was like, that child is obviously overstimulated. You just need to get the kid out of there. But I also understand it might be the only time that they have to go shopping. So like, I can't blame the parent too much, but that kid was screaming. I could hear them in the bathroom. And I even had my earplugs in. I had my volume up, and that kid was, oh boy. I did pick up some like cookie cutter stuff for like bakery stuff, baking stuff, because I kind of want to get into baking. I bought a cake mix earlier this week so that I could bake some stuff for work. I might get around to it on Thursday. I don't know. But yeah, that poor kid and the poor shoppers. By the time I was ready to check out, the line had formed and that kid was still there screaming. And I just was like, I'm done. I don't want to be here. I want to get out of here. I told myself it's a no spend month, and I left it a no spend month except for the soap. I will say the soap kind of is, I'm not a vampire blood girl, but it was, I don't know. I kind of want to keep on doing like the fall scent thing. And I just needed soap that could replace the soap. Like, I'm familiar with the vampire blood. I wanted to get out of there so I could pick up my glasses because the glasses place closes at 6. So, yeah. How do you like my glasses, by the way? I kind of like them. Kind of gives me that hipster vibe. My old glasses are going to be in my car just in case my contacts rip, which happens. So I could maybe even just put them in my backpack. I don't want to put more stuff in my backpack, but like also might not be the worst idea. But I'm going to eat some ramen because I don't know. I feel like I should probably eat. Oh yeah, I was going to show you guys what I've been working on. I did finish Erie Knott's candies. I do need to package them and then send them out. I'm probably going to do that tomorrow, but let's go over there. Okay, so here's the finished products. I sent a picture to Erie Knott's because I was like, I don't know how I feel about it. She said she liked it. She said she couldn't figure out how to do this herself when she was into candy making. So it kind of gave me some confidence. I still don't really know how I feel about it. The colors are a lot. It's like a candy explosion. So I guess it kind of works out. And then I made this little guy for her because, I mean, he's kind of cute. So I might make a bunch of more of these guys. I don't know how many candies I want to make, to be honest. Maybe later I'll do it. Not for this market, but maybe for another market. But this one, they glow. I should take a glowing video of it, but I need to package it so I can send it out tomorrow. So these projects are done. Yay. And then I started out working on my apron again because I wanted to get the Stardew Valley. Oh, I'm going to the Stardew Valley concert next Saturday. So yeah, this coming Saturday, there's a Stardew Valley Orchestra concert. My husband got us tickets way back when, and he kept it a surprise for the longest time. So I started working on this. So what's the goal for this is right now, I'm just like making the straps. And then right here, I did like a back loop only stitch so that the front loops, I can add lace to it using thread. So I will be working on that tonight, probably. Hopefully I'll get it done. I made a post on TikTok. Did I make it on here too? I don't remember. I think I did. I think I posted about it on here because I've been trying to like not force myself, but like get myself more motivated to do stuff because like, I don't know. I feel bad that I have all these projects that I've started and I just haven't finished. So I will most likely try to finish it by Thursday. And then if I have some extra time, oh, here's the skirt portion of it, by the way. I'm probably going to add more. I don't know. I really love the way it fades. It's a Karen Cloud Cake Perfect Phasing. And they had more of this yarn at Michael's, which I'm very proud of myself for not purchasing. Also, my husband hid this on my desk, this is the gift card that I told him I didn't want, but he put it on my desk because he saw that I was sad. And he's so sweet, but I'm still going to wait until next month. By the way, Rave from, or like the Big Twist Rave that's on Hirschner's Goth GF is already gone. So, oh well. It's not going to be back until October something. So I may or may not purchase next month. We'll see. But I kind of want to keep that for like emergencies. That's what I told him. And he's like, no, we don't need it for emergencies. But like, he doesn't understand how often I've needed, not often, but like I have a fear of spending money when I'm like really, really in the hole. And right now I'm not, but I'm also like close enough where I feel that I should start worrying about it. So yeah, anyways, I will probably be working on this apron for the rest of the night. I'll get around to the collar piece later. And I told my mutual lyric I would probably be making the Halloween outfit soon, and I haven't even started on it because I've been so stuck on the stinking collar. I hate not being able to pick up fabric whenever I want. Oh, my Michael's at least has a new cutting table, and it's actually a cutting table, so that's phenomenal. And they also had interfacing in there, so that's good to know. I don't think they will ever do discounts on it, so I think at this point I'm still probably going to order off a wall whack whenever I need it. However, if I need it or have an emergency, I will purchase at Michael's or even Walmart, because I think my Walmart has interfacing, but like I just didn't. Walmart stresses me out. So anyways, I'm gonna eat my food and then eventually start working on this apron. Hi, my desk is a mess and it's stressing me the fuck out right now. So I'm gonna go into the other room. This is great for me because I can get my sewing done. I've been pretty inspired by scrolling on TikTok. It's really hard when anything like super political happens and then all my For You page is telling me I should just feel about that in the moment. And it's really hard to break from that, especially being neurodiverse and especially being an empathic person. I don't know. I feel a lot of feelings. And sometimes I hate that I feel so many feelings because I just get sucked into that. And then all my creativity is out the window. Speaking of creativity, did I show y'all what I'm packing for Eerie Knots? I haven't sent the package out. Oh, I did talk about it, but I haven't sent it out yet because I don't have her address. I didn't write it down last time. Next time she sends me her address, I will be writing it down because honestly and truly, I think this isn't not going to be the last time we do a little art trade. We both are very talented in different ways and very like craft or hobby collecting type of people. So I did see a preview of what she's sending me and I'm like, oh, I gotta make more stuff. Not really. Like, I don't know. I just think it's so much fun having like a little crafty friend. It's like a little pen pal. Like, I love it. So anyways, here's a reminder what I'm sending her. Little zombie ghoul on a wristlet or candy, whatever, singlet. That's what it's called. Carousel mandala cuff. And then we're sending her one of these guys. I had two of these for myself set to the side. I did wear them, so I will let her know. But you can wear them as like a little shoulder pal. I think that's super cute because she does have some clothes. Like, if I remember correctly, she does wear quite a few tank tops. I don't know if it's going to be a sensory thing. Either way, you can even like attach it to like a little wristband. I don't know. She'll figure something else out for it. I know she will. She's a very crafty person. So I'm going to send her this little guy for like whatever. And then I'm going to work on those back collars. I think I'm going to send her one while my hair is like kind of not drying, but kind of drying, because if I set my hair now, it's not going to dry in time for us to leave the house tomorrow. And tomorrow's going to be super humid. I think it's going to be 93 degrees. So the less wet it is when I set it, the faster it will dry. And the faster it will dry, the less likely it will fall out. It's going to fall out no matter what. There's no going around it. We live in Florida. Can't do anything about it. My hair is naturally just kind of maybe a little bit wavy. Like, we used to call it kopsurmori. I think it's just baby hairs. But like, I have a lot of baby hairs underneath. And then on top is where my straight natural wavy hair is. My hair texture is all over the place. So it's never going to hold the curl the way that I want it to. Anyways, what else I've been working on have been these little fingerless gloves. So I have one that's partially done. I need to sew up the end and then I'll show you the finished one, but this one's for me. The other one, I don't know. I might send it to Erie Nuts as well, but like I did these little drippy things using the DIY Twist Glow or whatever this is called. I think I might have enough to make 2 more. I'm not entirely sure, but I also have like it in purple right here, which I'll probably make more. And then I have it in this color. Well, this isn't DIY Twist. This is Red Heart. The texture on this is a little bit harsh. I don't think I'll have enough to make a glove or 2, so I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I think it'd be fun to do like little accents with it. And then also down here, I have this fuzzy yarn that I bought in Mexico. Fun fact, the video I posted on TikTok, because like, I didn't feel like talking last night, and I just kind of wanted to share the music I was listening to, because I was listening to a whole bunch of like EDM music, trance music specifically. I showed off this yarn, and because I put the word Mexico and 3 years, I guess, I think those 2 words combined, I believe, got my video shadow banned. It's sitting at 12 views, and I posted a lot last night, so I was like, this one's a little bit suspicious. Everything else hit 1 to 200 views, which is pretty average, but TikTok auto-censored it, so don't put Mexico in your title, I guess. Whatever. But yeah, that's what I'm working on with crochet wise, because I got inspired last night to do some work, because I don't know, I've been, my brain's been in turmoil. So this does glow in the dark. I will show you guys a glow in the dark version of it later, probably. I kind of want to finish it for tomorrow, but I'm not entirely sure. And then I may or may not add jingle bells to it, but as far as it goes right now, I'm pretty satisfied with it. So let's go in the other room. I'm going to cut up some ribbon while waiting for my hair to dry a little tiny bit more, and then I'll show you guys the other one I made. So I made these guys with the little danglies. Apollo likes to join in. Say hi. Hi, buddy. Hello. So these ones are probably going to be for me, because these were the tester. So what I did was do like 25 foundation single crochet stitches, and then I did like half double crochet row, and then a vintage bobble, whatever. I don't know how you call it. I always forget, but it's like you double crochet, front post, double bobble, whatever, across, and then the next row is half double crochet. Then you do a back loop only, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. I may or may not write a pattern. I doubt it, because I can't keep promises. All the way up here, I added the slime drips, which I did kind of borrow that from... You distracted me, sir. Okay, so I borrowed that from Grace Face Creates. I don't remember. She goes by... I mean, it's Grace Face or Grace Face Creates. She's on YouTube. She's on Instagram. She's on TikTok. But she has her Beetlejuice cardigan. She came out with it last year. And from that pattern, I kind of gleaned how to do the little slime drips. And I've been using that ever since. Sir, you are not the spotlight right now. We are talking about my gloves. All right. So that's where I got this pattern from. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep this for myself. This is tighter fit than the ones I have up here. If you see up there, you can kind of see some of them. Those ones are 30 full foundation single crochets across. And then this one's just 25, and this is much more comfortable. I may or may not wear this one tomorrow. I don't know. I don't have anything that matches this, to be honest. But they're pretty fun, and I might put them on my Etsy, Ko-fi, that kind of stuff. Just because, like, I don't know. I think they're fun. I think that's, like, different in a way. I have all of the little strips cut out for my bias tape. I don't think I want to use bias tape for the collars, because the bias tape on the collars, like, it would have like the crease where I had to join quite a few times. I'm okay with it on my own clothes, but I don't want my paying customers, because I did cut out 9 of these little guys. Here's a reminder of what they look like if I haven't shown y'all earlier this video, because I don't know what I said earlier this video. I was going through a funk, but this is like halfway of what it looks like. So I don't remember what I was saying, but I'd prefer to, for when I'm selling things to customers, have as little like seams showing as I can, if that makes sense. So instead, I'm going to bring out some of my ribbon. So I have a ton of it in here. Not this ribbon, even though this ribbon's really cute. I want to figure something out with it. I think I have a thinner ribbon in here. Not this one either. I feel like I'm getting closer. Hold please. I can't find anything because my sewing room is also a huge stinking mess. Found it. It's right here. Are you guys okay? Yeah. I don't know how much of this I have left, but I'm gonna think about doing like 5 inches, maybe less than that, maybe 3 inches, and then like do a whole to make little ribbons for the collar. I'm gonna attach it on the inside here. So let me see how long 3 inches is on here. Got my handy dandy measuring tape thing here. This is definitely more than 3 inches. Maybe I'll just do like a foot worth. So like this much. I don't know if you guys can see that here. That much. And then that way, yeah, I think this is fine. And then I could probably burn the ends because I think it's plastic. So it will, and kind of a velvety texture, but it's probably plastic velvet. So we'll do 12 inches. I don't know why I put that away, but yeah, we're going to do that 18 times, sew this in, finally get one of them done. Cause I think I want to send one over to Erie Knots. Cause I think it'd be really nice, especially since I'm the sewist and she's more of like the crochetist, and like she does a lot of resin stuff. She's sending me I can't wait. I cannot wait. I know it's supposed to be a surprise, but I saw it. There's gummy bears coming, and I love gummy bears. They're such cute little aesthetic, so I can't wait. Also, this is a like fun little background, isn't it? All right, I'm gonna cut some of this out while waiting for this to be done applying, and then waiting for my hair. All right, okay. So I only had enough to do 5 of these. So we'll be able to do 5, 1 for me, 1 for Erie Knots, and then maybe 1 for Lyric. I still haven't decided whether I'm going to throw in the flag for the other project or not. I still really want to try for at least the dress portion, maybe not the apron portion, but at least the dress portion with the bed sheets. If I don't get around to that, then I'll just give her one of the collars because I feel bad. Let's finish this first. In the future, I know that I for sure want to have another spot to do all my like crochet videos, because that I know that was a huge factor in why I haven't felt like sewing, is because I didn't want to move everything around and then like reset everything and just all that jazz. So I will be most likely getting a new table unless my mother-in-law lets me borrow the table for the rest of our lives. Ooh, no wonder why. Sorry, I didn't thread the thread properly. Yeah, I have a feeling that I'm going to use the dining room area. It's not big enough for dining. I don't know. This house is small, and like I shouldn't be complaining because at least I have a house, but also as somebody who's a crafter, a chronic hobby collector, it's kind of hard to like feel. It's the AuDHD thing. It's collecting stuff and then not doing anything with it and then not having space for it. I could probably get a storage thing, but I've looked into it and it's really expensive, so I'd rather not. But either way, I want to have a new space to do all of my crochet tutorials, because it's absolutely affecting my brain. And the reason why I haven't been sewing was because my crochet stuff was set up and I didn't want to take down the crochet stuff because that's a lot of work. Anyways, we're up here now, and then I will do a little bit of sewing, at least one of them, because maybe I'll wear it tomorrow. We'll see. What I've done, I have pinned underneath. So we got the top layer right here. So I have these facing right way together. The whole sewing terms thing, I understand what they mean. This is why I'm not a teacher. I never will be a teacher. I will never claim to be a teacher, but right sides facing together right here. We have the ribbon on the inside of the right sides. They're about a 1/2 inch seam allowance for that or something. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm doing a 1/2 inch seam allowance around the edges for my sewing, because well, maybe it's a little bit less than 1/2 inch. I don't know. I'm using my presser foot as the guide for me. So wherever the edge of the presser foot is where the seam allowance is. And then I have the ribbon on the inside, of course, making sure that it doesn't overlap with the seam allowance. So it's a little bit further down. That way it folds easier. I'll probably trim it before I turn it inside out. I have a little space here left so that I can flip it inside right. And then I have the the interfacing, the fusible interfacing on this side. Once I sew everything together, I will iron it down. And then I will also, before I iron it, I will like poke these out with my scissors because I don't have like a little turning tool. I did have a chopstick in here for a little bit. It's my crochet chopstick. I might get some more just so I can help with the little corners so that they're even more sharp. I wanted to give myself a bigger seam allowance. I said 1 inch when I wrote it down originally, but that's way too big of a seam allowance. And it's not the worst thing ever, but I also really like big colors. So it gave me an excuse to keep this as big as it is. So anyways, yeah, 1/2 inch, still kind of a drastic. Yeah, whatever. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to do my hair before it dries too fast. And then while my husband and I are on the phone, I can pin down some more of these. And then I'll show you guys afterwards. I'm glad to have motivation again. All right, so I'm going to show you guys this before I forget, because knowing me, I probably will. But we finished. I just finished burning off the little ends on here. Worked perfectly. I'm also in the middle of doing another one because I didn't film a couple things, because I think I might actually want to make this into a whole video itself, a whole short, whatever. And yeah, anyways, one of the reasons why I wanted to send over a sewing project to Erie Knots is because these beads right here, I'm so scared that they're going to like catch the bag. Let me show you the bag that I have. I don't feel like pulling them all the way out, but these are the bags I send my stuff out in. Last time me and Erie Knots did a trade, she sent me a box. So I may or may not, if she doesn't send me her address, then I may just reuse her box again, because honestly, like, might as well. It's free. So it cost me a little bit more in shipping because I had to do the duct tape thing, but honestly, it's fine. It's fine. So we're gonna wrap this up in here. I'm not gonna do like the pack with me here, but yeah, wrap them in here. And then that way there's less of a chance for them to scratch the bag and rip open the bag, because these are really cheap. I got them super cheap. So I know they're not gonna be super durable. And yeah. All right, I'm going to finish working on this one. I may start on another one, but this has been pretty fun. Also, okay, I found out the reason why I was in a crappy mood. I started my period. Go figure. It's great. I hate my life when my period's about to come. And I kind of knew it was coming, but like, you know, you don't want to admit it, but also it's who I am. Unfortunately, I start getting into a really negative mind space around the time I start that, and I just have no motivation. So hopefully, now that it's finally started, I'll get stuff done. So fingers crossed. Mine is done. Oh, I forgot to film another. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. I'll get over it. So this is gonna be worn tomorrow. I kind of want to wear it for the Stardew Valley concert, not gonna lie. I had planned on something else, but if I wore this over my vampire cape, wouldn't that be cute? Oh, but like Haunted Chocolatier. I think that would make, I mean, it's not a Haunted Chocolatier concert. It's a Stardew Valley concert, but I don't know. This is more bat, and then like the other one would be witchy, and I think witchy is the best way to go. I'll just go witchy. This is still cute though. This is what I'm wearing tomorrow. I looked up this ribbon, by the way. So this, I don't remember what year I bought it. It doesn't say when it was manufactured or anything, nothing like that. So anyways, 2024. I learned how to read some of these barcodes. So there's these numbers down here, and there's going to be like, so 2024 is the year right here. And then like, I don't remember, one of these means the month. I'm assuming it's going to be May 05, but like if you go to like TJ Maxx or something, it will tell you how many months it's been on the shelves or whatever. I don't know. I don't think that's entirely true. This is Christmas, and it was $3.99, and it was a 3/8 inch by 12 feet. So they do not have this exact one on there anymore. What they do have is not Christmas version, but it's 3/8 inch, 3 yards for $5.99. 1 year. 1 year, and that it took to get this raised that high. And I don't know the exact math, but I know my math is right with this one, thinking that the price is higher because 3 yards is 9 feet, right? No, wait, 3 yards. Yeah, it's every no, hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay, I doubted myself there for a second. So there's 3 feet per yard. So 3 times 3 is 9. So 9 yards or 9 feet, maybe a little bit more for $5.99. Maybe, I don't know what the exact ratio is, but I don't think it would equate to 12 feet. So yeah, we're getting ripped off now, which it's coming. The craft world, we're suffering right now. Yeah, I don't know where else to get this exact one. So we're going to stick with it until I move on to the next design. I'll buy more of this one just so I can have this for these last few because I have 4 more that I need to get done. And I think that would be just enough because I'm doing like 12 yards. Hold on. So yeah, my husband told me dinner's ready. But anyways, I only have 4 more to do. So I'll buy more of this yarn, this ribbon. And then whenever I move to the next design, I'll find a different ribbon. I'll probably find one or make my own. I doubt I'm going to make my own because I couldn't even make myself make bias tape. So I may or may not look around for options. Maybe Wallback has ribbon, so we'll look into that. I really like this ribbon though. Like it's a velvet kind of one, so if I can't find anything to replace this, then it is what it is. Fit check for my laundry room. Sorry, I forgot to tell you guys what I'm wearing. Yeah, this is the finished collar piece that I finished last night. I have 2 of them done. So 1 for me, 1 for Erie Knots. And then I have 3 of them just waiting to be flipped inside out and then sewed down, and then that's done. But we've got my beret, and we got my star. This is from Coven of Cuteness. We're mutuals on TikTok. I'm just really shy and awkward and I never talk to her, but we're mutuals on there. And these, and then these, and then skirt. Yes, okay. We're going to skirt. We're going to go eat Hawaiian food. And then after Hawaiian food, we're going to go to HHN, meet up with one of our friends. Yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at this. So we just finished eating at Moakai Hawaii. It was super yummy. Hawaiian diner. So it feels like kind of like it's one of those places you go in during your break time. The dining area was very small, which is honestly pretty nice. Although we started getting seated really close to other people because it was getting busier. It's 3:30, so after school crowd, you know. And like, I had the tofu. It was so good. The marinating like process they did on it, so good. Whatever they used to fry it, really yummy. You had your spam musubi. What was your entree?
Lokomoko.
Lokomoko. So honestly, that's probably the best Hawaiian food we've had out in Orlando. Florida in general. What did I have? What was my there was like a poke appetizer.
Yeah, it was a poke on like a rice cracker.
Yeah, poke on a rice cracker. The rice cracker was really oily, so you know they fried it in-house. I'm pretty sure they did at least. Or they refried it. I don't think so, but anyways.
I think they probably fried it.
Yeah.
It was definitely like fresh, crispy. There was a little bit of oil on the bottom of the thing. Like, I think they fried it themselves. So
yeah. So, all right, it's time to go to HHN. Hi, welcome to the end of my video. I'm going to tell you guys what I finished this week, but first let me wash my eye. Last night I had a really bad... No more glitter on my eyes, okay? No more glitter because, boy oh boy, did my eyes hurt. Okay, so I'll tell you the details later. It's basically glitter got in my eye and I had to scratch it really, really bad, but I couldn't, so I had to sleep it off. All right, I'll be right back. All right, we're back. So I decided to get changed because I'm going to go over to HHN to get some ambience video. I really, really like doing that. It's just me sitting in the scare zone, having my secondary phone, my old phone, and filming for like an hour. And while that's going on, I'm like doing some of my crochet stuff, or like today I'm thinking about bringing some of the little back collar pieces so I can work on getting that made as a pattern so I can sell at my market, because I want people to know I'm not just a crochet artist, even though most of my stuff is just crochet. It's just I'm starting to get into the sewing arts and doing that for other people now. So that being said, that's what I'm going to work on today. And that's why I'm changed. We're at the end of the video. So let me tell you what I've worked on. And here is the piece I was working on while editing. Because when I edit, I usually crochet in the background because I hate hearing my voice. To be completely honest with you, I don't really like hearing myself talk. I do a lot of talking, but I don't like hearing it because, I gotta remember this, but because like, I don't know, a lot of times it's part of my own guilt, I guess, not guilt, but like I feel annoying. And I know my therapist has told me, if you think you're annoying, you're allowing other people to say that you're annoying. I'm not saying that I'm annoying. I'm saying that like sometimes I listen back to myself and I'm like, why did I say that? You know? And I know I'm not the only one that feels that way about myself or like themselves. So I'm trying to like use this as a way to stop feeling that way about myself, but I'm always going to feel that way because I just grew up in a negative household. So anyways, while crocheting, or while editing, I was crocheting this. So I'm starting up another one of the fingerless gloves, which I'm super excited about because honestly, I think this could be something I could sell. It's super simple, super easy. The sewing, yeah, it's going to be a little bit annoying, but I have all this yarn that I could use up. So speaking of that, I did start working on the apron. I'm not going to finish it for the Stardew Valley concert. It's not happening. It's just too much work and it's not something I'm dedicated to anymore. I'm probably going to try to frog it. I don't know. Last time I tried to frog this kind of yarn, it just didn't work out because it gets stuck and caught on itself. So that's why I'm like, I feel like I need to finish it. But if anything, I could just take this part and make it into an apron and then just leave it at that. But I think I might try to actually make it into a multi-paneled skirt. That way it can like be super flowy. We'll see. I'll just have to figure something out. But anyways, we did that. We started working a little bit on that. I'm going to give up on it. And then what else did we do? In this room, there's nothing else that I've been working on except for these, which I'm going to wear today because I did kind of film and it kind of matches. Not really, but I don't know. I don't have enough hot pink in my wardrobe and I'm going to rectify that eventually, but I'm going to wear them underneath. It is a warm day, but I'm also not planning on leaving the house for another few hours because I've already missed the stay and scream time period. The park is closing in 20 minutes. I'm not going to make it to Universal in 20 minutes and I don't want to wait in the City Walk area or in the traffic in general. So I'll probably leave around 7, 8 p.m. We'll see. And then I'll head back around 11, I think. But anyways, let's go to the other room so I can show you these glowing in the dark. And then so I can like put this with, I didn't make this one this week. This is something that I've made a long time ago. But I did make one of these, just this one itself, I didn't make this week. So let's go in the other room. Basically, I think I just finished projects for Eerie Knots. Oh, wait, no. Let me grab, this one right on here. This was not for Eerie Knots. This is just a tester pattern. Yeah, like I said, I think I want to make more. And then some of them I'll make danglies. That's future me thing. But some of them I won't for like this one. Because this yarn is expensive. And it comes in tiny skeins. So I probably won't do it. But anytime I do the little hanging guys, I may use, this is Hirschner's Bright Lights. I don't remember, but it's part of their neon pack. So I will probably add these. And then I don't know if I want to make them the same price or not. To be honest, I think I want to sell these on Etsy for 25 and then on Ko-fi for 20 and then in person for 15. Because I think 15 is a little bit less than the labor cost, but also it's like this yarn, this fuzzy yarn I got in Mexico, I think I paid like maybe $3 for it. Black yarn, it's part of the Premier Black Basics, I guess. I don't remember if it's Premier. I'm pretty sure it is. That was like $4.99. And then this neon yarn, like $5.99, $6.99, and you can only make 2 gloves out of it, I think. So I think it's worth it with the money, whatever. The labor was definitely more than an hour worth of labor, but I always tell myself this. I get to sit in front of my TV, my computer, and watch video games and edit, or I can multitask while doing it. So I think it kind of equals out in that sense, although I'm sure other paying jobs allow you to do some of this. My husband plays RuneScape, and he has some people in his guild that are professionals sitting in an office playing RuneScape while they're waiting on calls, you know? So, yeah, whatever. Anyways, this one's also done. I will show you guys with this light soon, once I show you guys everything else that I'm packing for Eerie Knots, because those two are for me. The rest are for Eerie Knots, kind of. So, of course, you guys saw this. This one I didn't make. This is just a little shoulder sitter, like here, something like that. And then I have the carousel, which I've shown you guys like 3 times at this point. But I'm going to show you again because I'm pretty proud of it. And even though at first I was just like, it's not really my vibe. I think what I need to do is buy fishing line and use that for like the outside. The inside can be, because it needs to be so that can fit around your arm. It's a little bit loose, but honestly, it gets the point across. I wish I had the patience to do micro crochet. It would have been so cute to add like little tiny animals to them. That's like a future me project. If I ever get it to it, it's gonna be so cute. Like honestly, if I make a carousel outfit one day, I've seen people make little carousels out of their skirts and all that. So cute. And then this little single is for her as well. This one I did make recently this week. And these are all the glow in the dark. I will do the little light as soon as I show you this. This is the main piece of the week. I didn't think I was going to finish this, but this is going to her. And she did send me her address. I don't have time to go to the mailbox today, but I think I will be going out, not tomorrow, because tomorrow I work. And then Saturday I don't, but I also have the Stardew Valley concert I'm going to. And then Sunday, I think they're closed. And if they're not closed, they have very short hours. And I just, I kind of want to work on a business hours schedule kind of thing. So Monday through Thursday are going to be the days that I can go. Not Thursday. Mondays through Wednesdays are going to be the majority days I can go. And if there's an emergency, my hours are slowing down at work now, which kind of bums me out because like I was on a good roll of working 3 days a week, 8 hours like a day. And like, it's been nice, but also I know it was kind of affecting me emotionally because I don't feel like I can think at work. I don't know. I think it was just my period. Honestly, I think it was just my period. And had I only waited until next week to start, body, how dare you? I wouldn't have had to call out, but here we are. Anyways, I got a lot done. Oh, I also made the little ghostie. I don't want to go outside because my dogs will get all riled up, but I'll put a photo here. Hopefully, yeah, it's right here. And that's done. So let me show you guys the glow in the dark version. All right, I'm not making it super dark because I just don't feel like it, but I glow too, but actually, let's go to the bathroom. Let's go in another room where it's a little bit easier to see. Okay, so I glow. Yeah. This is going to be fun to walk into the scares. I need more of this yarn. This is Big Twist. Both of them are Big Twist. And this one on here is Sparkle. So I might buy more once my spending freeze is over. This one is regular, I believe. They ran out of this yarn, so that's why I got Sparkle. And then I was like, I actually really like Sparkle. So here's this one over here. You can see it glowing in the distance. I'm going to try to stand out of the frame so you guys can see it a little bit better. This is a glove. He doesn't glow, but this all glows. And then we have this. This one glows in the dark, so I'm going to charge it up a little bit. You can kind of see it glowing. Like it got a little bit of a flare there. So let me charge it a little bit, and then there you go. I kind of like the way it drips. Like, let me show you the other side. I think the other side has a better drippy effect. I'm really bad at charging these. Okay, there you go. Pretty cute. Love it. So we got that one. And then, yeah, with the light on, you can kind of see it glow, but not as much as you can see me. And then over here, we have the single. You can kind of see it glowing. Let's charge this one up as well. I do love the way some of this, like, it's so hard to see through my camera because, it's my phone camera, but there you go. All of them glow except for the black ones, of course. Cute. And then we have the carousel. Ooh. those orange ones pop. The little stars, they pop. So all of these, except for the like the lime green on the inside, which does kind of glow with the light. Like I have white thread in there too, by the way. So that's pretty neat. Oh, that's gonna be so cool. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna finish the video here with the blue light. Oh, and then yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to HHN, get some more video. And yeah, I am so excited to be back into the crafting mood again. Next week, I should have a little bit more going. I don't know what I want to do next week. I'll probably finish off those collar pieces because I have 3 more to do. And then I also have a dress that I want to start making. And I need to do some tagging because we're almost there. We're almost at market time. And holy cow, I am so nervous. I can't believe that I made it into a market. I'm nervous because I'm like so bad at like talking to people and all that, but I think I can do it. This is going to be fun. This is going to be something that builds my career as a fashion designer, and I need to be brave about it and start tagging all my stuff and pricing everything. I might go get poster boards too. So anyways, I'm going to finish editing this video, send it off to y'all, get ready to HHN. Yeah, get ready to HHN. All right, bye.